Your cat isn't ignoring you. They're communicating in ways you were never taught to notice. And one of those small, quiet behaviors might be the clearest message they've ever sent you. Most people see it as random, a habit, something meaningless. But by the end of this video, you'll realize it was never random at all. It was personal. And once you understand what your cat was really trying to say, you may start seeing your relationship in a completely different way. Because your cat has been speaking to you this whole time, just not in words. You've probably seen your cat walk into the room, pause for a moment, look directly at you, and then leave again without doing anything. No meow, no demand, no obvious reason. It feels pointless, almost confusing. But that simple entrance and exit is not empty behavior. It's a quiet check-in. Your cat is confirming something very specific. That you're still there. That their world is stable. That their safe person hasn't disappeared. Cats are territorial creatures. They build their sense of security around predictable people and places. So when your cat walks into the room just to glance at you, they're not being strange. They're grounding themselves. You are part of their emotional map. But that's not the most important part. Because sometimes the way they look at you during that moment carries a deeper meaning most people completely miss. Have you ever noticed your cat slowly blinking at you, then turning their head away? It's subtle, quiet, easy to overlook. Many people assume it's just sleepiness or boredom. But in the language of cats, a slow blink is one of the strongest signals of trust they can give. In the wild, closing your eyes even for a second is risky. It makes you vulnerable. When your cat slowly blinks in your direction, they're saying something powerful without making a sound. They're telling you, I feel safe enough around you to let my guard down. And when they turn their head afterward, it's not disinterest, it's reassurance. They trust you so deeply, they don't need to keep watching. But here's where it gets deeper, because trust isn't just shown through closeness. Sometimes it shows up in distance. There are moments when your cat chooses to sit near you, but not directly on you. Maybe they settle on the edge of the couch, or lie quietly at the foot of your bed. Close enough to feel your presence, far enough to keep their independence. Some owners misread this as emotional distance. They wonder if their cat isn't affectionate enough. But that space is not rejection, it's balance. Cats value autonomy. They need to feel in control of their environment. So when your cat chooses to stay nearby without touching you, they're expressing a very mature kind of attachment. One that says, I want to be with you, but I also trust myself. That quiet presence is a form of companionship, steady, respectful, real. And here's something most people never realize. The strongest bonds with cats are often silent ones. Sometimes your cat follows you from room to room, not constantly, not dramatically, just quietly appearing wherever you go. Kitchen, hallway, bedroom. They don't always interact. They don't always ask for attention. They just stay within reach. This behavior isn't about curiosity, and it's not about food. It's about connection. In the wild, cats stay close to those they trust. Danger. Separation can feel uncertain. So when your cat trails behind you through the house, they're not being clingy. They're maintaining proximity to their safe base, you. But here's where it becomes more emotional. Because this behavior often increases during moments of change. A new routine, a stressful day, a shift in your mood. Your cat notices those changes long before you do. And instead of speaking, they stay close. Now think about the times your cat suddenly becomes more affectionate. Rubbing against your legs, curling beside you, resting their head on your arm. It feels sweet, comforting, but sometimes that affection carries a hidden message. Cats are incredibly sensitive to emotional energy. They can detect tension in your voice, stress in your posture, sadness in your silence. So when your cat increases physical contact out of nowhere, they may not be seeking comfort, they may be offering it. That gentle head bump, that soft purr, that quiet presence beside you. It's their version of support, a way of saying, I sense something is wrong, and I'm here. Most people assume animals don't understand human emotions, but your cat doesn't need words to recognize how you feel. They read your breathing, your movement, your energy, and when they respond to those signals, they're participating in your emotional world. But there's one behavior that matters more than all the others, and it's the one that often goes unnoticed until it disappears. Think about your cat's routines, the small rituals they repeat every day. Sleeping in the same spot, greeting you at the door, sitting beside you during quiet moments. These habits feel ordinary, predictable, until one day, they stop. Your cat no longer waits for you, no longer follows you, no longer checks in the same way. At first, it seems minor, just a change in mood, a phase. But sudden shifts in behavior are rarely random. They can signal stress, discomfort, fear, or even physical pain. Cats are masters of hiding vulnerability. It's part of their survival instinct. So when their behavior changes noticeably, that's often the only warning they give. And ignoring that signal can mean missing the moment they needed you most. Because to your cat, every small action is communication. The glance across the room, the quiet follow down the hallway, the gentle blink before they fall asleep. None of it is accidental. It's their way of staying connected to you, of maintaining trust, of protecting the bond you share. You may not always notice these signals in the moment. Life gets busy. Days move fast. But your cat is still watching, still checking, still choosing you as their safe place. And once you start seeing these behaviors for what they truly are, you begin to understand something deeper. Your cat was never just living in your home. They were building a relationship with you, one quiet gesture at a time.